Yes, folks, welcome back. I'm sure we've been learning a lot, and let's continue with the momentum because we have two more very exciting events coming up. And let's move on to session three. And we have the resource person, Swarnalatha Gopalsamy, who works for Grey Orange, technical writer based out of Chennai, passionate about innovation, been using AI to transform the way she creates a software documentation, refining drafts with ChatGPT, organizing release notes through code generation to enhance visuals. With tools like Canva, Ideogram, and in fact, today she's going to do on Turboscribe, and she's to streamline transcription, summarization. I'm sure you're going to find this very exciting and a lot to take back at the end of the session also. So this is going to be a complete demo session. Swarnalatha, I'm sure you're here. The stage is all set for you.
Swarna, you are on mute in case you're trying to speak.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, after hearing two excellent talks, let us shift our gear a moment. Let us dive in to see how AI can help us in our day to day life of technical documentation. Let me share my presentation. Again.
Yeah, it's saying can't display content.
That's what one.
But I can see the screen. Goodbye typos.
No, one second.
Okay. Is it stuck?
Yeah, one second. Okay, it is loading actually. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Thank you for that. So let me start now. Let's be honest. If someone told us a few years ago that AI would be helping us write manuals, we'd probably roll our eyes and say, sure, right after my coffee makes itself. But here we are. AI is not science fiction anymore. It is in our inboxes, our search bars, and even in our documents, predicting what we are about to type sometimes before we even think it. The good news is AI is not here to steal our jobs. It is here to steal our boring jobs. Think of AI as that super organized friend who reminds you about deadlines, polishes your draft, and even finishes your sentences while you sip your coffee. Today, we are going to explore how AI can be your sidekick in technical writing. No capes required, just smarter, faster, and more creative workflows. Let's be real. How many of us have hit send on a document only to spot a glaring typo seconds later? It's like the universe's favorite prank. But luckily, AI is here to save us from those facepalm moments. Tools like Grammarly and ProWriting Aid don't just point out your mistakes. They gently nudge you, saying, hey, maybe try this instead. Think of them as your grammar obsessed best friend. Always alert, never judging. They help with more than typos, though. Whether it is adjusting tone, fixing awkward phrasing, or making sure you don't sound like a robot. These tools have your back. And here is the best part. AI gives suggestion, but you are still the boss. It is like having an assistant who is always right, but you get the final word. So while AI handles the nitty-gritty, you can focus on making your content shine. After all, perfection is just a typo-free document away, right? Let's be real. Tasks like formatting, keyword optimization, metadata checks, and analyzing Jira tickets can feel like a loop you can't escape. Necessary? Yes. Exciting? Not so much. But here is where ChatGPT comes in. Whether it's refining content or analyzing patterns in Jira tickets, ChatGPT can handle those repetitive tasks, freeing up your time for more creative work. And here is a pro tip. Don't be afraid to ask ChatGPT multi-step questions. Ask, get a response. Then ask another question based on that. Sometimes 10 or 20 times. Think of it as having a back and forth conversation to refine your results. Also, try setting up custom instructions in your ChatGPT settings to make it even more personalized and efficient for your needs. With AI handling the mundane, you can focus on making your content truly shine. Ever had that heart stopping moment when you're staring at a blank screen, wondering where to even start? Well, say goodbye to writer's block because AI is here to lend a hand. Tools like ChatGPT and Notion AI are game changers when it comes to kicking off your content. They are not just for drafting, they are great for brainstorming ideas and shaping your first outline too. Here is the fun part. If you're stuck, don't just ask ChatGPT for the whole article. Start small. Ask for a catchy opening line or a few bullet points to outline your ideas. From there, you can keep chatting with it, step by step, refining and expanding on what it suggests. It's like having a brainstorm buddy who never runs out of ideas. AI gives you the spark, but you are still the artist. With tools like ChatGPT and Notion AI, you can get your ideas flowing while still keeping your unique touch on the final draft. So go ahead, let AI help you get started and then make it from there to make your content shine. Let's be honest. Who does not love a good cup of coffee? But not all of us like it the same way, right? Some like it black, some want it with a splash of milk, and others prefer a sweet, frothy cappuccino. The same principle applies to your documentation. Not every reader wants the same flavor of information. The tip is here is how you can use ChatGPT to personalize your documentation like you would order a coffee. For beginners, you can ask ChatGPT to simplify the language. It is like ordering a regular coffee. Just the essentials, no frills. For example, you can ask like, can you explain this in simple terms without jargon? And for intermediate users, ask for a bit more detail. It is like ordering a latte, something creamy and smooth with a little more substance. Can you add examples to explain this a bit more clearly? And for experts, you have to ask for a deep dive. It is like ordering an espresso, bold, strong, and to the point with all the technical flavor you need. Can you include advanced tips and technical details for experienced users? So, by customizing your coffee orders for different readers, you are making sure everyone gets exactly what they want, whether it's a basic brew or a double shot of expertise. Managing multiple projects can feel like spinning plates. One wrong move and everything crashes. But AI tools like Asana and Miro act like your personal project assistant. keeping things organized and running smoothly. These tools help with task assignments, deadlines, and team collaboration. It is like having a project manager that never takes a coffee break. Here is a quick tip. In Asana, use the task prioritization feature to automatically highlight what is most important. So you're always tackling the high priority work first. And if you're overwhelmed with endless emails, try Sanebox. It automatically sorts your inbox and hides the noise. So you can focus on what is really important. AI tools take the chaos out of project management, leaving you more time to focus on creating impactful content. Imagine trying to translate a document for a global audience. Sounds like a huge task, right? Well, AI tools have turned that challenge into a breeze. With just a few clicks, you can translate your content into languages like French, Spanish, or German. But here is where it gets even better. AI does not just translate words, it localizes your content, adjusting idioms, cultural references, and tone to make sure your message feels at home, no matter where it is read. In tools like Google Translate, after getting the first translation, use a custom glossary feature to make sure industry specific terms are accurate every time. It is like having a multilingual assistant who is already familiar with your field. AI helps you work faster. What used to take days now takes only hours. But don't forget, your expertise is key to making sure it is accurate and culturally relevant. Let's face it, without visuals, technical docs can feel like a sea of words. But with AI tools like Canva and Ideogram, you can transform that sea into a clear, engaging map. Whether you need stunning charts, infographics, or diagrams, these tools help you turn complex concepts into visual masterpieces that are easy to understand. When creating visuals, don't be afraid to experiment with different styles. Ideogram lets you generate visuals from text prompts. So if you're unsure what kind of graphic will work best, just type in the concept and let the tool suggest something that clicks. It is like having a design assistant that understands your ideas instantly and brings them to life. The best part is AI does not just make your docs pretty, it makes them more digestible and user friendly. So, not only do we inform, but we also make the experience fun and engaging for users to navigate. Ever sit down to write and feel like your brain just froze? That's where AI prompts come in. Instead of struggling with a blank page, you can ask AI to spark some fresh ideas or help rework existing content in a more engaging way. Here is a simple tip when you're stuck. Try asking ChatGPT to help with a specific section of your content rather than just asking for a whole article. For example, you can say, help me write an easy to understand intro for a technical manual. Or can you create a few bullet points summarizing this paragraph? These smaller targeted prompts can be real game changers. Want to make the most out of AI? Here is how. Ask for variations. If you don't like the first answer, ask for a different take. Try, give me three ways to explain this, or write this in a more casual tone. Break it down. Instead of asking for a whole article, ask for one section at a time. Like, can you write me a bullet point list for troubleshooting? Or write a catchy headline for a blog about AI in tech. Be specific with your tone. If you want something more engaging, say, write this like you're talking to your friend, or keep it professional but light on jargon. Sometimes all you need is a nudge. You can use prompts like, how can I make this sound more interesting? Or can you add a bit of humor to this paragraph? And let the AI give you ideas you might not have thought of. With AI, you're not alone in the creative process. It's like having a co writer who is always there to help you brainstorm, polish, and reimagine your content. Let's talk about Turboscribe, a tool that can save you a ton of time during your documentation process. Imagine this. You are in a meeting with the product manager discussing a new feature or process. You are either jotting down notes, trying to capture every detail, or maybe you are recording the conversation to go back to later. The problem is going through the entire recording can be a hassle. Scrubbing through the audio to find specific points, constantly rewinding, and trying to match your notes with what was actually said. Sound familiar? With Turboscribe, you don't need to do that anymore. This tool instantly transcribes your audio and video into text, and even better, it summarizes the key points for you. No more missing critical information because you were distracted by taking notes or wasting time hunting for that one thing someone said at minute 12. Turboscribe makes everything clear, concise, and actionable. Let me share a quick story about a recent situation where I was working on a user manual for a UI feature. I was trying to enter a value into a specific field, but the save button just wouldn't get enabled. No matter what I tried, I checked the documentation, but it didn't have any information about this issue. Then I remembered I had a recording of a conversation with Rajesh, the developer, where he mentioned something about this issue, but I couldn't quite recall the exact moment he brought it up. So I went through the recording, but here is the problem. The audio was long and I didn't have the time to transcribe everything. I had to scrub through the entire recording, trying to find that exact moment when Rajesh said, "Oh, you just need to press enter after entering the value." It was a struggle, honestly. I wasted so much time just trying to find that small but crucial detail hidden somewhere in the middle of that long audio. If only I had TurboScribe at that time. With Turboscribe, the transcription would have been instant and it would have highlighted the key point automatically, saving me the time of sifting through the hours of audio. I could have quickly found that small detail and moved on. Now, let me show you how Turboscribe works in action and how it can save you time by instantly transcribing and summarizing key points just like it could have done for me. Before we wrap up, let's quickly revisit the tools that can supercharge your documentation process. Grammarly and ProWriting A, your grammar best friends. They catch the mistakes you didn't even know you made. Canva will turn your docs into eye-catching visuals, infographics, charts, and more. Turboscribe, instant transcriptions and summaries, no more wasting time searching through recordings. Notion AI, streamline your brainstorming and keep ideas organized effortlessly. These tools work together to boost efficiency and creativity, making your job as a technical writer a lot easier. Don't hesitate to explore them and find the ones that work best for your workflow. These tools don't just save time, they supercharge your output, giving you more space to focus on what truly matters: creativity and strategy. With AI handling the repetitive task, you can create high impact, user focused documentation that truly stands out. As we wrap up, let's think about how we can apply what we have learned today. The main takeaway is simple: AI is here to enhance, not replace. It's a tool that frees up your time for the creative, strategic, and innovative work that truly matters. But here is the key: don't just wait for AI to change the way you work. Take action. Start small. Pick one tool and experiment with it in your daily task, whether it is Turboscribe for transcribing meetings or ChatGPT for brainstorming content. Find a tool that fits your workflow. Gradually integrate AI where you need it most, whether it is simplifying your writing, organizing your ideas, or speeding up your repetitive tasks. Trust your expertise. AI is the co pilot, but you are still the pilot. Use it to make your work smarter, not harder. With AI in your toolkit, you are not just working harder, you are working smarter and more creatively. So go ahead and explore, empower your work, amplify your voice, and create content that resonates more than ever. All right, folks, let's wrap this up with a truth bomb. The best way to keep AI from taking over your job is to use it to make you even better at your job. Simple as that. Think of AI not as a looming threat, but as a supercharged teammate, one that never gets tired, has endless suggestions, and helps you level up. In fact, the writers who will thrive in the AI powered world are the ones who understand that AI is not here to replace their creativity, it is here to enhance it. So, whether you're automating the mundane or brainstorming that perfect sentence, AI can be the ultimate tool to speed up the boring parts and make the fun parts even more fun. Remember, AI is already here and it is not about fear. It is about partnership. Make it your ally and watch your work soar to new heights. So let's go out there, AI, what we can do. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Swarnalatha. We do have some cues though, so please bear with us. The first one coming from Balu. What role in the documentation pipeline were you able to use ideogram?
Hmm, ideogram actually, when you give a concept, it will give you the visuals accordingly. So I have implemented, not directly, but I'm having it in mind. But I have used it for actually now for personal purposes. But it is a wonderful tool that you have to go and make use of it.
Yes, we're going to keep this session open in case if you're unable to, put your questions on the chat. Feel free to unmute, and you can, come with your cues also. So just give me some more time.
Um, okay. Jude, if there is no question, I have one question for Swarna, and that's not directly related to what she's doing. So, when you basically zeroed in on this particular tool, you must have researched some other tools also. And so, can you just share that experience? That why did you finally come up with this tool in using?
Yeah, because actually, um, I thought of some other tool only, but actually I thought of telling about Canva. But then this is the most, I'm a transcriptionist basically. I have come from a transcription field. I have been working in medical transcription field for more than 15 years. So I know how a transcription is very tough for me to hear the audio and type it. And other thing is, I had an experience, the same thing, like when I had a meeting with the PMs and I was taking a note and I thought, okay, I have recorded it and I'm going to verify it later. But then scrubbing through the audio like a DJ and finding it where he has said that one point, it was very difficult for me. So when I found that this tool is very helpful, it was amazing.
Wow, that's great to know. Thank you so much, Swarna.
Yeah, thank you, Pranit, for that.
Yes, thank you, Swarnalatha, for that amazing and very informative. I'm sure we need to get back on this and work on it. Thank you so much once again.